Clock it. You don't need closure for any situation that happens in your life. You don't need explanation for the way things ended. Yes, it's needed. Yes, we often romanticize the fact that yes, you need closure. You need to get closure so you can move on. You need to move on without that closure. You have to move on without that closure because not every explanation is even worth the pain and the stress that you went through. So you have to find a way to move on with that explanation because oftentimes that explanation never comes, that closure never comes. You just keep reopening that wound, thinking about that situation, keep expecting, keep waiting, and it never happens because really it never happens in most of the situation. Not every situation ends with closure. Not everything ends with an explanation for why it happened. The people that hurt you, what makes you think they hurt you? If they can hurt you, what makes you think they will want to do something that will make you feel better or move on? They hurt you. Is that not enough? Is that not enough? Can't you just move on? Are you still waiting? You waiting for closure? You waiting for an explanation? Is still you leaving that wound open and still you waiting for them to come and validate what you're thinking? Maybe you expect from that closure explanation, you expect that they had a reason for doing what they are doing, or you expect that they did it for a reason that can validate the hurt that it cost you. But sometimes people are just not what you think they are. Move on from that situation. Move on from that thing that happened. You don't need that closure. You don't need any explanation. Move on. I know it's hard. You can't just say you want to move on and start moving on. Yes, but that's why I'm here to tell you what to do. Practical ways you can move on from the hurts that was caused to you. It doesn't have to be heartbreak. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be a financial something. It can be with family. It can be with friends. It can be with colleagues. It can be with, like, just extrapolate this to any aspect of your life. You can walk away without closure. It is very possible. It is very, very possible. You don't need someone, like I said, I want to repeat it because I don't, sometimes, because I am so used to moving on without closure, without explanation. Once I see it is time to move on, I move. It's like a skill that I had. I didn't even know I had. Not only for me to come see people don't move on, they want an explanation. Like if your season has ended with someone or with something, move on. Yes, they hurt you. Yes, they did things to you. What else? Like I don't even understand the concept of closure entirely. Like it's closure for you to come have a conversation and talk about why you did the thing that hurts me. Like what is closure? It's closure for you to come and tell me, okay, this happened. Like there is no explanation you want to explain to me that will erase the hurt that you have caused me or make me understand anything from any perspective. You did what you did. I felt how I felt, and that is final. I don't need no closure. I don't need no explanation. The only closure I want should be coming with bundles. And that is final. Because what do you want to talk about? You want to reopen the wound that I have closed. You want to reopen the wound that I have healed and move past. You then want to, you it's really not needed. Like it's not needed. Closure is not needed. Don't explain anything. I don't need your closure. Go as far away from me as possible and I go my way and find peace and live a very good life and you go and continue doing what you're doing. If possible, if you have not changed, keep hurting people or keep causing whatever it is you have been doing to me to other people. That is the only closure that I need, to know that I can never have an encounter with you again in this life. Whether it is in friendship, business, in any aspect of my life. That is the closure that I need. Is that not understandable? Why do you feel the need for someone to come and give you closure? I feel like you don't need closure from anyone. I feel like you can move on. You can move on. Closure just makes it feel like you want your feelings to be validated, which is really not necessary. Okay? You have felt the way you felt. You don't want to go through that same emotion the second time again. Let's just move on. And there's something about time. Time has a way of, you know, healing and exposing things. The conversation that you didn't have, you will realize it through time. The closure and the explanation that you want, you will realize it as time goes by. And that's better because you have more clarity in thinking and you are now understanding it from a place of healing, not from a place of hurt. You just have to accept that what happened happened. I know you can't believe they did that thing to you, but I'm sorry they did it to you. Eh? Just accept it. Accept it. Yes, yes, accept it. Ah, they do you that one. Just accept it. And then move on. Time will heal. Time shall tell. Heal the hurt, heal the wound, and move on. It is important that you don't look back. It is important that you don't seek for closure or any explanation. You don't need it. I promise you don't need it. In fact, sometimes if you even get that closure, it will hurt you more than the original hurt. So just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go and move on. Time shall tell. You will go on and live a good life, a happy life, and the best life possible. And now, because you have been, I don't know the situation that happened in details, but now because you have that experience, you can now be able to navigate your life using that experience. You watch out for people that have those kind of traits. Trust me, we are not so different as human beings. If you see someone exhibiting some kind of traits that you know you have had that kind of experience, you know what to do. You do the needful. Unless you want to repeat the same pattern. I've talked about breaking patterns. I've spoken at length about breaking patterns and repeating cycles. Unless you want to do that again. But if you do not want to do that again, if you notice the patterns, don't wait for them to prove it to you. Because you will be right. You are going to be right. So just avoid it and then move on to the next thing. Make a right decision. Make the best decision in every situation. If you've been hurt, because if you've been hurt, if you're the person that you used to have been hurt, you try to heal before you move on. I'm not talking about those that when they get hurt, they try to cover it a lot of things or just use another person to just use another situation to cover it. No, I'm talking about people that actually do the work, heal before moving on. If you've been hurt, you do not want to be hurt again because you know how long it took you. You know what it took you to get to where you have been. So you know that you cannot repeat that again. So you find good quality of people. You find good quality, the best quality. If you can't find it, trust me, being alone is not so bad. And nobody is truly ever alone. Nobody is truly ever alone. You might not have the crowd that you want around you, but you can never, it's not possible for one person to be alone. Even if you're an only child, you have cousins, you have siblings, you have close friends. You have people that you can trust, even if they're not around you. That's the price you have to pay for the wholeness of your heart, for the wholeness of your soul. That's the price you have to pay. Unless you want to be broken and have broken pieces of yourself as you go through life.